Eric Muathe, Muathe.com. Now, I want to review a concept that I haven't discussed in a while, and you can find this concept by taking a look at the link in the description. It should bring you to a playlist that I have titled Muathe's First RSI Mountain. So take a look at this method here. Let's take a look at some examples. And let's begin here with a good example, which is now the method talks about the idea that be on the lookout for momentum when the stock moves its monthly RSI above 69.1 for the first time in, let's call it, forever. In fact, that's why I call it the first mountain. So when a stock moves its monthly RSI above 69.1 for the first time and continues to hold above that level for the first time ever, you tend to have this type of a reaction. So it's a good momentum gauge whenever a stock visits and moves above 69.1 for the first time. Now, you tend to have good reaction to the upside. Let's take a look at another example in the current market. And here's a good example, AAOI, one of the leadership stocks for 2017 so far. And you can see the stock moved above 69.1 right here. And this is the first time ever. And you can see that this move above 69.1 for the first time ever is what I call the mountain, the first RSI mountain. Since it's the first time, for some reason, there tends to be an explosive behavior. And this is what we are looking for, explosive behavior. And one way you can gauge that is what I'm saying here is look for the stocks that are making any instrument that is moving above 69.1 for the first time ever tends to have something about it, some magic, some momentum. For whatever reason, they tend to have a good reaction if they can sustain the level above 69.1. Now, this works also in the opposite direction. Now, keep in mind, we can use this for an IPO if we have fully developed indicators. Now, for SNAP, SNAP, we can see here that on the monthly chart, we don't have a fully developed monthly data, so there's no RSI. In fact, there's no RSI, no MACD. As you can see here, no RSI and no MACD. And no MACD. So we have to go to the next setting or the next time frame, which is the weekly chart. So let's take a look at the weekly chart. And we can see on the weekly chart that the opposite of 69.1 is, the opposite is 30.9. Of course, you add those two numbers, you get 100. So the opposite is true. When a stock is moving below 30.9 for the first time ever, you tend to have a bearish momentum move. You can see here that we moved below 30.9 a couple of weeks ago at those levels, and we continue trading lower. Why? Because this is the first visit below 30.9, and there tends to be a reason why, for some unknown reason, there tends to be a reaction that is more bearish when a stock is moving below 30.9 for the first time ever. So be on the lookout for those two types of momentum gauge. Above below 69.1 for the first time ever tends to be very bullish if the stock can sustain those levels. At the same time, we know that if a stock is moving below 30.9 for the first time ever, and if it stays below 30.9, that suggests bearish momentum will continue. Check the link in the description of the video for more information. Eric Muathe, Muathe.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. EACS. Mwah.